So this weekend, I got myself out of my comfort zone and out of the Shire to see a gig in the city. As my mate, he texted me and asked me if I wanted to come, and I said, yeah, sure. I mean, I just sort of was like, yeah, fuck it, I may as well. Never been to a gig before, and it was kind of like this, like a hardcore punk band. I can't even remember what the band was called now, but I thought, yeah, I may as well. So let's go for it. And yeah, it was him and some of his mates from college and his partner and stuff, and that's who I was meeting. I didn't really know him, but I thought, fuck it. So anyway, I get on the train and head on over to the city, and I had no sort of plan. I was just going with the flow. I didn't book a hotel or nothing. I had no plans of going home early on the train or nothing. Just was going to wait and see what happened, basically. So anyway, yeah, I showed up in the city, and then they text me to tell me where they were, and the place is fucking huge. I don't even know where most shit is. But they text me and they said where they were, and they were like at a pub having a few drinks before going over to the venue. So I brought up the Google Maps to find this pub so I could find where they are, because I ain't got a fucking clue. So yeah, and then it'd been a long time since I've seen them, like a very long time. So I showed up with a shaved head, looking like Nosferatu, and in my like boomer logic, I'm thinking, I'm going to the city, so I should probably wear something smart. That was obviously incorrect, because everybody else was wearing something casual, but oh well. So yeah, we headed over to the venue. So we went to this like venue, and it's this massive room. It's got a stage one end of the room, and then there's a bar at the other end of the room. So I go up to the bar and start ordering drinks and stuff, and I have a few drinks and a few pints of beer and that, and I'm sort of just observing the people coming in. And I think we were, it was pretty early, so it was empty. So I was just watching the people coming in and stuff, and there was like these two great big huge fat bald-headed blokes with glasses who looked just like the Soy Jacks. So, and I thought, oh no. And then trans people start coming in, and I thought, oh fuck. But then you got some very attractive girls, I suppose, were coming in, but there was a group of girls, and they were like covered in tattoos, and they had like dyed hair and stuff like that, and but I think they were probably lesbians and stuff. So yeah, it was interesting to observe different types of people who were coming in. So what I was looking for, really, what I was doing really is sort of identifying all the different people who were coming in and seeing if there's anybody who I can, seeing if there's anyone who, I don't know, who I can, who seem interesting, who seem cool, who seem relatable, who seem, I don't know, maybe someone who's lonely, maybe someone who maybe doesn't belong. Not someone who looks physically different but seems different. But anyway, that's what I was looking for. Anyway, then the show started, and the band started playing, and so there's like, and I was like, I look like Nosferatu, you know, I look like this big, tall, fucking bald-headed chap, you know, and I've never been to a gig before, so I'm like rigid. I'm like, I'm kind of like in a suit, well, like in a black shirt and stuff like that, and black trousers and stuff, and everybody else are in like whatever, shorts, you know, t-shirts and things like that. So I'm standing like right in the middle of this like crowd watching the band play, and I'm just sort of, I'm watching the band play, but I'm also kind of, I'm watching the people as well. I'm kind of learning, and like I'm sort of observing everybody else, and seeing how they act and stuff, whatever. But then eventually this like mosh pit started to form where I was standing, and at first I like didn't really notice, but and then everybody started banging into my arm, you know, and I looked and I was like, oh yeah, it's a mosh pit, that's what people do at a thing. So I thought I could either get out of the way, you know, or join in, and I thought, well, I can't really manoeuvre myself out of the way, I can't get past anybody, so I thought I may as well fucking jump into this this pit. And there was something enjoyable about indiscriminately hurting people. I suppose that's the whole point of a mosh pit, isn't it, really, I suppose. But yeah, I suppose that was interesting. So yeah, it was noisy, it was packed, it was like, yeah. And I also noticed where like the mosh pit was, the floor was soaked, and the place was so hot, you know, everybody was sweating, I was sweating, and like people were just like spilling their drinks and stuff. The floor was soaked, and I look back now and I think I could have been, you know, I could have fucking slipped over on the floor or something, and then the band would be like, oh my god, Nosferatu's broke his neck on the fucking floor, you know, and oh, we better call an ambulance. You know, I could imagine that potentially happening, but luckily it didn't. You know, that would have been fucking cringe. But anyway, yeah, I can't remember what the band was called. I don't even know what the songs they were playing. I don't know, but it was cool. It was alright, I suppose. It was something different. So yeah, and then they start playing all sorts of metal songs and that until like 2 a.m. and yeah, we stayed literally all night until like 2 a.m. and so yeah, that was interesting. I had a few interactions with people, but nothing really interesting. So then everybody started to leave, and sort of they all had places to stay and go off. And I thought, you know, I've had a few drinks, you know, I'm not drunk, but I feel like I could sort of do some exploration tonight. I could go off on my own and sort of explore and see what happens, and just sort of wander the streets at night. Sounds weird, I suppose, but I could, you know, take the opportunity to wander the streets. I don't mind sort of staying up, being awake all night. It doesn't bother me, because you could sleep the next day, I suppose. And I'm still sort of buzzing, so I'm wandering about and that, and sort of come out of the venue and just start wandering about, and so just to see what else there is to do. There was like a garden outside, but there was like a bunch of women there. I think they were there for like a hen night or whatever. And my mate approached them and said that, oh, my mate's single, he's over there, you know, he's why doesn't he come and join you? And so he's talking about me, pointing at me. So and he calls me over, and I'm kind of like, I don't really want to, but okay, fine. So I come over, and these are like much older women, you know. I mean, I could try a bit of hag maxing, I suppose, but I couldn't even do that because they were like, "Oh, you look like Richard O'Brien. You look gay." You know, the bald-headed bloke who was in. He'd been in some films. It was like in Crystal Maze and back in the day. But anyway, they were like, "Oh, he looks like a Richard O'Brien. Oh, he's probably gay as well." And I'm like, "Oh, no, I'm not." So, but yeah, that was pretty brutal. He basically set me up for failure. Oh man. So it was like past 2 a.m. by this point, and I'm basically moving to just wandering around looking for like another nightclub that's still open. There's loads of clubs and stuff that were still open at this point, and they stay open till like 6 a.m. or whatever, so I thought as well. I didn't go to any strip clubs though. I did see a few strip clubs that were open. There was some prostitutes on the streets, there was things like that, but I thought no thank you, because it's, I don't know. I don't know. You could say, why not? I mean, you're out, you may as well, but I don't know. I didn't really feel like it. So I wandered off to another club, nightclub stuff. There were obviously the gay bars and stuff that I tried to avoid. Anyway, I ended up in this nightclub that, I mean, I walked past and I'm like, this doesn't look like a nightclub. It looks like just like a, I don't know, a weird place in like a back street or something. But there was like loads of people all waiting to go in, so I thought, I may as well see what's going on here. I may as well go in here. So yeah, I jumped into this line, and there was a girl in front of me who looked at me and turned around and she said, "Oh, nice haircut, mate." And I'm like, "Yeah, thanks, cheers." And then suddenly, this took me back, right? This is 100% true, right? She really was very blunt. Really, it was just out of the blue. It really took me back. And she said to me, attractive young woman, you know, but she turned to me and she said, "So I'm a sex addict. So do you want to go around the corner for a bit?" And I'm like, "Pardon?" So I suppose you could say that I come into the category of involuntarily celibate, right? But I am very particular in where I stick my knob, okay? You know, so I mean, I don't know this person, so I don't know what I'll be getting myself into. And also, she also says that she's a sex addict, which means she probably has it on a regular basis, obviously, which could possibly mean she might be carrying something. So I politely declined. I mean, I'm a red-blooded male, right? And it still, you know, it works. But you know, you can't just accept, you know, things like that willy-nilly. You know, so I was kind of like very sort of surprised at the question, but I politely declined, and I said, "I'm all right, thank you. You know, you know, no, thank you." And had a look on her face that she just looked offended and just looked in the opposite direction, and you know, she sort of snubbed me basically. And I was like, fine, you know. So yeah, you got to be careful with things. Anyway, moving on from that, I went into this club, and I I found a nice quiet area, like dimly lit and stuff like that. You know, I was sitting there drinking a pint of cider and sitting in the corner, just sort of observing people. I mean, you could say that sounds fucking weird, but I mean, I did speak to a few people. I didn't get any numbers or anything. The whole night, I suppose, I didn't get any numbers or anything. But I'm still kind of learning to be social. You know, I'm still kind of learning how to talk to people, if you know what I mean. I'm still kind of so I sort of observe people and kind of build see who seems like an interesting person for me to approach, and then I sort of build the confidence to go over and approach. And yeah, it might mean that I might be like jester maxing or something like that, but still, that's yeah. But anyway, yeah, yeah, it was interesting. It was something to do. I mean, I didn't, like I say, I didn't get any numbers. I didn't really fucking. It was a night out, and it was. It'd been a long time since I've had a proper night out. Well, I don't think I've ever had a night out like that before, where I'm still drinking at like 6 a.m. So yeah, and then I watched the sun come up, and then got some breakfast, and then got on the train and went home. And I didn't get home until like the evening, well, like mid-afternoon, I think. And yeah, it was interesting. Well, it was something to do. I didn't really get anywhere socially, I don't think. Yeah, it was something to do. Yeah. So I think I might do it again, because I've got to do something, haven't I? So I might go and do something. I think there's another band playing at the venue, in like October or November or whenever. I don't know. I'm not following it. I mean, it might be cool, so I might show up to that and see what happens, basically. So anyway, for now, that's about it. And I'll keep searching, but I'll keep searching for something to do. But yeah, that's it for now, I guess. So anyway, I the day I got back, and I went on like AI generator and stuff to, I don't know, to basically give you an idea of what it kind of looked like. I mean, it's not perfectly accurate, but it's an idea. Anyway, bye.